Hi, it's Peony Prashanta here from the Yomogi House. Today I'm going to make some sprinkles for your rice or for your salad, and it's called Gomashio. Goma means sesame and shio means salt. It is a very balanced yin-yang combination of salt to seeds, and it depends on your age and the season that you're going to be eating this. And ideally you want to use black sesame seeds, which I don't have, so I'm going to use the white sesame seeds. And normally it's 10 to 1, or it could be 16 to 1. Like I said, it depends on your age and the season. So what we're going to be needing is sesame seeds, which I have right here, and they're raw sesame seeds, so we're going to have to toast them up. We have to toast the seeds until they're nice and golden brown in color. And then to that also are going to add some sea salt. And you know, I like to buy everything here in the United States as much as I can, and I'm able to get pink salt that kind of represents Himalayan salt. And this company is really nice because they give you all these it's called real salt from Salt Lake City, Utah. And when you order from them, they give you this. They give you these cute little ones, and look at this. It's got like a little flip top to it. You can carry this in your bag when you go traveling. And then they give you all these cute little packets and more. Just make sure you ask them for the samples. Okay, so I heated up a cast iron pan. Put it to like medium, and just keep roasting your sesame seeds until they're nice and golden brown. And a lot of people just don't have the time and the patience to do this, so that's why you hire me to do it for you. Or you can buy them online, which is, you know, you have to pay for shipping. They also have this at some health food stores, but it's probably made with a machine. And the art in doing this properly to get the correct benefits is it's all in the making and how it's the grinding procedure. So what does Gomashio do, and why is it so great? Well, it neutralizes acidity, it relieves tiredness, it also gets rid of hiccups. Believe me, I get hiccups often because I eat a lot of sweets, and you know, the diaphragm is like contracting. So when you eat this the salt Gomashio solution, it helps to keep the diaphragm contracting, because that's what's happening when you have a hiccup. The diaphragm's like contracting and you go hip, hip. So when you make this by roasting the sesame seeds, what happens is that, oh, it's getting hot. Anytime you roast anything, you're turning a yin item into a yang item, making it yang. So when you have a condition like a yin condition, I know this yin yang stuff is so confusing, but believe me, once you get it, you'll really get it. It's really easy to understand what a yin condition is compared to a yang condition, and that's another video. So get my pot holder here. As you can tell, it's getting nice and brown, golden brown. And even if you use the black sesame seeds, which is ideal for the colder climate, because it's darker and it's more yang. And then when you roast it, it gets more yang, and that's what you want. Okay, so it's getting really, really dark. And while you're doing this, try to think positive, good thoughts about, you know, how wonderful that date was with your partner, or that beautiful present you received on Mother's Day or Christmas or whatever it was, birthday. Good vibes. And whoever eats this will get good vibes. It's called Good Vibe Sprinkles. Gomashio sounds a little bit boring, so we'll change the name to Good Vibes Sprinkles. Okay, so we'll put this aside in a bowl, and you gotta cool that off. And then you have to also roast the salt a little bit. Some salts have, you can smell the chloride in it. So roast the salt until, and another reason why you roast the salt is because you want to get rid of the moisture. Once you combine these two together, you want to make sure they're absolutely dry. Okay, you roast the salt. After the salt's been roasted, which I have already done, now you're going to measure into your suribachi. This is called a suribachi. They come in different sizes. I have a small one, I have a medium, and I have an extra large one in my other room. But you see the little I don't know what this is called, grooves or grains or English sometimes just doesn't come to me. So you get your suribachi, and I got this as a present while I was in Japan. Put your salt in here, and we're going to measure now for children and elderly. I said it was 16:1, so 16 parts of sesame seeds to 1 part of salt. And I need to get a measuring spoon. Okay, it's my measuring spoon. So 1 part of salt, grind it up a little bit, okay? And this is already pretty much grinded up, so you don't really have to grind too much of it. And then 16 parts of seeds, okay? 1, 2, 3. And I already know this is 16, so I'm going to add the whole thing because I measured it. And make sure you get organic sesame seeds. And once again, just know that this is a bit time consuming, but once after you make this, a big batch of it, it'll last a long time. So long you don't grind it. Just make batches of it and store it, and then grind them maybe like half a cup at a time. And you only want to eat a little bit. You don't want to like go wild with this. Okay, so like I said, the art of it is in the grinding procedure. And how you want to grind this is, put it down, and I was holding it so I could show you. But you go from the top and you make your way to the bottom. Okay, top to the bottom. From the top to the bottom. We're not going to pound it, or we're not going to zigzag it. And you can hear the seeds popping. And what happens when the seeds pop is that it releases the oil from the seed. And when the seeds, when the oil gets released, it merges with the salt. They're making friends. Okay. And this is a healthy way to incorporate salt into your body instead of sprinkling it on your food. And remember, I said that this helps relieve tiredness, neutralizes acidity. The reason why we get tired is because our body's gotten acidic. So you take a little bit of Gomashio, put it in some hot water, and think good thoughts when you're doing this. You want this to be 80% grinded up, and you can't use too much force and pressure. It has to be just right, because you don't want tahini. You want this to be just right. And the important thing to grinding this is, I mean, when you eat sesame seeds in its whole form, it some people say it gets stuck in the nicks and the grooves and cracks and crevices of your colon. I don't know. It makes sense to me. All those little chia seeds and sesame seeds. And so it's just about done. Now to this, if you want to add more minerals, here's Peony and her famous seaweed powder. If you have more time and energy on your hands to do this, you can actually get like the whole wakame powder and grind that up, and you'll have visual bits of seaweed in here. And you can add dehydrated carrots or dehydrated onions. And then when this is all done, make sure it's nice and cooled off before you put them in your jar. When this is all done, you put them in your jar and label it Peony's Gomashio. And you know, these make wonderful Christmas presents, housewarming presents, bring it to potluck. It's so safe. Everybody is like, I don't do soy, I don't do wheat, I don't do dairy. But everybody does sesame seeds and salt, right? There you go. And this is for my friend Patrick Olson down at Patrick Olson's Auto Repair, because he's such an awesome auto repair and he watches my videos. Thank you. And click like and share and get my book, because the recipe is in here. And this book is amazing because it's got a condiment section, it has a pickle section, it's got the sea vegetable section, it's got a section for tofu and tempeh, and it has 5 seasons in here, which corresponds to the 5 major organs and corresponds to the 5 elements. So there you go. Peony Prashanti. Thank you for watching. Bye.